Okay, so let's start with the first strengthening exercise. This is commonly referred to as the bird dog exercise. And we're going to try to break down the exercise again to really increase the level of effectiveness that you get from the exercise and so that you really start to feel your core muscles working. I believe this is one of the most misinterpreted, misrepresented, and just really underappreciated exercises out there, because when you do this exercise the way that I'm going to show you, it is one of the most difficult and most effective exercise that you can do to strengthen your back, to strengthen your core, but it's also one that's really safe and very easy to do. And the risk of hurting yourself, or the risk of causing even more pain and more injury is so low that it's just one of the most effective and most potent exercises that we give to our clients. All right, so Twee's going to start here on her hands and her knees, and she's going to start with her hands and her arms right under her shoulders, and her knees are right underneath her hips. And what she wants to do is create a tabletop position of her back here. Now she's already in this position here, but what you really want to emphasize, going to round your back up a little bit, is you don't want your back to be rounded, and go ahead and drop your back down a little bit, and you don't want your back to be overly extended. And instead, you want to find what we call a neutral spine, which is in the middle, which is as close to of a straight line, just like a tabletop as possible. All right? And this might take a little bit of time, a little bit of work for you to really find what your kind of neutral position is. But going through those movements, go ahead and go back up go and round your back up. But I would start by just kind of rounding your back up a couple of times, and then go ahead and drop it down and extending your back down a couple of times, just like a simple cat-cow position. And then once you can find a place in between those motions, right in the middle, that's what we call your neutral spine. And the thing that you really need to focus on in these types of exercise is that you want to try to not let any movement occur through your spine, through your hips, or through your shoulders. Very frequently, as we go through these exercises, there's going to be a tendency, or you're going to feel your back want to drop, or it's going to bend, or it's going to twist, or it's going to rotate. And once those movements happen, you want to try to find that neutral position again, and try to hold stable the entire time. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is have Twee reach her right arm out in front of her as slowly as you can. All right. Again, you see here, she's concentrating really hard, not letting any motion happen through her spine. And you can already see her muscles are actually working pretty hard just to maintain that. And as she lowers her arm down, don't just lower the arm, actively pull the arm back down using the muscles here along your side. All right, you want to try to maximize every single second of each exercise to really increase the effectiveness. So no wasted movement here. So we're going to lift up your left arm, nice and slow, nice and controlled, no sudden, no jerky movements, and really paying attention to making sure that there's no movement happening across your spine or across her hips. Pull the arm back down from the side here, very slowly, very intentfully, again, just to maximize every single second we can get out of these exercises. And now, once we've done the arms, now we're going to do one leg at a time. So go ahead and kick your leg out here, and really want to make sure that a lot of people, when they extend the leg out, the tendency is for the lower back to start to drop here. All right, can you feel your lower back wanting to go? All right, what you need to do here is to make sure your hips stay complete level. Try to tighten down the muscles right here in the front of your abs, and really focus on squeezing this glute muscle here. All right, this might look easy, but it's actually really hard to sustain over time. 3, 2, 1, pull the leg back down. Very slowly. Good. And let's do this left leg. Same thing. Try to minimize any movement that occurs through your back. Don't let your back arch. Squeeze that glute. Try to straighten your leg out as much as you can without letting any movement happen across your spine here. Let's tuck your tail in. There. Hold that there. Hold that there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the leg back in. All right. And then the final step of this exercise, the most difficult but most effective, is then reaching your opposite arm and opposite leg. So if she's going to lift up her right arm, she's also simultaneously going to lift up her left leg. Going as slowly as you can. You can see here her left hip is starting to tilt upwards, so we want to try to get everything back down to straight neutral position. She's losing a little bit there. Hold it, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull everything back in nice and tight. All right, last one, this leg, this arm. Slow, controlled. minimizing any movement that occurs through the spine, making sure the hips stay level, all right? Trying to maintain the integrity of your spine the entire time. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull everything back down, nice and slow. All right. What you'll really start to feel if you are doing this exercise correctly, you're going to feel a lot of shakiness, a lot of instability, almost a loss of balance, and that's okay. Again, our goal isn't to just do a bunch of movements just to make your muscles feel sore or achy. The goal is to really start to improve the connectivity and just the intensity of being able to control multiple parts of your body, to be able to control your hips from your back, to be able to control your stomach from your shoulder. And as long as you're able to really concentrate on keeping everything as stable as possible, that's what's going to significantly increase your ability to stabilize your spine and thus protect it as you do other things throughout the course of the day. Very difficult exercise to do properly, but it's one, again, that's very safe and very effective so long as you do it slow, controlled, and as intentfully as you possibly can. All right, so that's it for the bird dog exercise.